guys, good morning. It is 11:50 on Tuesday, the 7th of May 2024. That means that we are currently, we have completed 2 years and we're in week 5 of this roughly 8-year investment journey. You may call it an experiment. Basically, I'm using a practice account on Trading 212 to invest weekly for a period of roughly 8 years. That's the length of time that the practice account will last at a rate of £120 invested per week. So as I say, we've been doing that now for 2 years and roughly 5 weeks. And it's on the face of it, it looks as though the portfolio is increasing well, and that the market is producing the kind of return which I would have expected based on the research and whatnot that I had done prior to starting this. 2 seconds. Okay. So as you can see from the figures up here, the market is currently up roughly 1.5%. Now, what that actually means in practice, if you look over here, is just quite simply that it has kind of climbed back up to recover some of the ground that had been lost by the red candlesticks there. So it hasn't actually broken any new ground, I don't think. It's not far away from doing so, but I don't believe it actually has as yet. The other thing that I noticed about just this little bit here at the top of this, and the way it had kind of come back and then it has climbed back again today, if you look down here at this section of the chart, up here actually almost looks like a copy paste of that, because from roughly that point there you have a fairly significant fall back, then a kind of a shorter one, and then the kind of recovery back just slightly greater than the initial fall, and that near enough appears to be what we see in the current situation there. I'm just trying to see if I can see a date on that. When was that? Oh, dates are down at the bottom now. Okay, so that's kind of in the last month then, roughly, because that's the 8th of April there. So in the last month it has kind of dipped back down and then pulled back up again. Just today really, I suppose. So current market value 78.38. Current portfolio value sitting at 15,611, and that means that we're up around about 19.25% on investment. I noticed this little thing earlier. So actually what we're looking at here, see the 52,531, that is basically because this is a practice account. So with the practice accounts, you're given 50,000 to start with. So the other 2,500 is the growth effectively, and you can see that reflected down here. That's on top of the investment. Then if we open this, what we're looking at here is, so the portfolio is the bit in blue, so that's the bit that is currently invested in the market, or sorry, the current portfolio value, I suppose I should say. And the bit in green then is the remaining free funds, as they refer to them, which is remaining in the theoretical portfolio, practice portfolio. Okay, so that is what that is all about. Guys, no free shares offer currently in operation. Trading 212 periodically brings out a free shares offer, but there is none operating just at the present time. With that said, let's go ahead and have a look at the notifications, if there are any. If I can find them, here we are here. The little bell at the top right is where the notifications are. Excuse me. UBS leaps 8% after beating analyst expectations and returning to a profit. I'm not sure what UBS is. Not to be confused, I would suggest, with UPS. Biggest stocks before earnings: Realty Income, BP, Palantir. Palantir's an interesting thing to look into. Walt Disney, Lucid, Nikola, Ferrari. I don't recognize all of those, I have to say. Marathon Digital surges 18% on imminent S&P small cap 600 inclusion. So I'm not sure what Marathon Digital is, but it sounds as though it has been given the nod that their books, I suppose, are in order, and their success to date is significant enough to merit being added to the small cap 600. One to watch, perhaps. LI Auto rises 6% on solid order data for recently launched L6 model. No expert, but I'm guessing that probably has something to do with EVs. And there's our previous purchase at, interestingly, 77.35. I wonder why that looks like a link. Let me just see what happens if I click on that. I'm still getting used to the format on here. Okay, is that just showing me the chart at that time? Or is that showing me... No, that's showing me the chart as it is now. I don't really think there's anything showing on that I can't see on the page before, if you see what I mean. So that, maybe that link is more of a, pardon me, it's more of a link to that stock rather than being a link to the purchase. There's the notification about the holidays. Let me just have a look at this again. I know we looked at it before, but my memory is not the best. So, okay, we're way past the first. This is the 7th. Okay, so yesterday the London market was closed. The 9th is too close to make any difference to us because we'll be after that by the time we do the next broadcast. And then the 20th is a significant day. This is the 7th, so yes, hypothetically the 20th could be a day to broadcast, but the London exchange will be open, inferring from the fact that it doesn't say that it's going to be closed. So that will not affect me. That's okay. Right. With that done, guys, let's go ahead and buy our weekly £120 worth of stock in the S&P 500 exchange traded fund provided here by Vanguard, and as I normally point out, using the Trading 212 practice platform. We're expecting to be buying just over 1.5 shares today. I think that's going to take us just over the 200 shares in the portfolio. Let's see if I'm right. So that order has executed at 78.36 3/4. The figures adjusted. I was watching the average price as it jumped up slightly. Average price currently 65.79. You might as well say 65.80. And current portfolio value then now 15,700 odd with that last investment. The return on investment appears slightly lower than it did just a second ago. That probably has more to do with the fact of the sort of the dollar cost averaging effect of investing in the market, but it is not going to be changed significantly now, given the amounts we are investing are so much lower. Not lower, but so much less really than the size of the portfolio as a whole. Guys, that is going to be it pretty much for today. If you have been watching, thank you. If you find the content interesting and are interested in following the journey, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Other than that, all that remains is for me to thank you for following along today, to wish you a great end to your Tuesday, and to invite you to return again next week if you are interested. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again next week, hopefully.